Welcome back to Studio 5. We are fast approaching the holiday season, which means those family calendars are filling up fast. But before the Christmas crazy takes over, we're saying take an early step back and let this be the year the holidays really matter and mean something. Studio 5 contributor Connie Sokol is a firm believer that a more thoughtful, paced approach can make the holidays deeply joyful, not just for you, but for your family. Connie, it's so good to see you.
So good to see you.
You're sharing with us today a personal approach that you say has really worked for you and your family. How long have you been approaching the holidays like this?
Well, it's been a few years now, because several years ago I had lots of little kids and everyone was in all these different stages. And I remember distinctly, it was September and I used to love the holidays, but then it hit me, oh, October's coming. And I had this kind of a feeling and it was ridiculous. And I was so tired of feeling that I said, that's it, I'm doing it differently. So I tried a bunch of different things and put them down to paper and said, this is how I'm gonna work it.
The first mistake you say a lot of women make is they try to call all of the shots.
Yes, and for good reason. I mean, obviously, we're the ones that are going to spearhead it, and we kind of feel like, okay, if we don't do it, it's not going to happen, in different stages of life, too. But I think what's great is we can step back from that. We can say, I can do it differently this year. I don't have to be the mom show. I can get the family buy-in, and that's the first thing that I do. We have a family night and we do our little holiday plan. It takes 30 minutes. It's super, super slick. And we get everybody's opinion.
What are you asking your kids?
Well, we have 22 down to 3.5, and I ask them first and foremost, I say, what's the feeling we want? And that is such an important start, because then it takes the focus off the things and the to-dos, and it's really, how do we want to feel this holiday? So this year, you know, some years we've had like exciting, we want to feel joyful. This year it's peaceful and service. That's what we want. So then the next step is we start going through the activities that we want to do, and it just makes it so simple. We know what kind of feeling we want.
And the kids really get involved? They're excited to be involved?
They totally get the buy-in, because we have two columns. We have untouchables and enjoyables. So the untouchables those are the things we know are going to make the season fulfilling.
The yearlies.
The yearlies. This is the service straw manger, the secret Santa, all those kinds of things. And the enjoyables are the ones that, so fun, or we got invited to, let's put it on here. If it works, great. If it doesn't, no holiday guilt. And then everybody in the family gets to do one thing that they feel strongly about. This will make my holiday season really matter. So everyone gets the buy-in.
As you're describing it, I can see, though, how valuable it would be to identify that emotion up front, because then you can balance every activity, every event against that emotion and say, is that going to contribute to the peace or the service that we want to bring to the season?
And it's a policymaker, so it's on paper, so it's not an emotional thing. Like, we already had a Thanksgiving thing, and I brought it to the kids and said, what do you think? And it didn't match, and we said, okay, not going to do it.
I love that.
Perfect.
Yeah, traditions are important, but you say sometimes those important traditions can actually spoil the mood.
Yeah, I think we need to give ourselves the ability to adjust depending on our family situation. Every year it's going to be different, and we don't really mentally acknowledge that. Maybe there's health issues or financial problems or family situations, extended family. So we can have the power to say, not this year, you know, next year, and not feel badly with our extended family that we're not doing X, Y, or Z. We can say, for our family this year, this is what's going to work, and be okay with that. I've had to really come to grips with the fact that because most of the kids are older, we're not acting out the nativity anymore. I am so sad, and I still want to put on the little costumes, and they're like,
you're like 18-year-olds.
Yes,
you're the sheep.
Got it.
And you're like in full production mode, and they're not buying
They're
in.
singing Frozen, Let It Go, Mom, because it's just not going to happen, and that's okay. We can read it, and it's still beautiful and lovely, but those things that we as moms, we can just let go, and we can say, it's all right, we can adjust this year.
And why is it so hard, do you think, for moms to say goodbye to traditions of years past?
Well, I think sometimes we feel like if we don't do that, it's not going to have the feeling.
It's not Christmas.
That's right, and we don't trust the process. We don't trust that, wow, it's going to be a great season because there's going to be new magical things that we will do, or even the same old things, but in a different way.
I love this last piece of advice. If I can, I'm going to adopt it as my own little mantra for this season. It's borrowed from a seasonal scripture. You are encouraging women everywhere to leave room at the inn. Leave room for what?
Leave room for the unexpected fun, the spontaneous service. Oh, seriously, this is what makes the season magical, is when we allow ourselves that time in that breathing room, so that when we're driving along, we have a feeling thought, oh, I should stop and do, or I should get, or I should talk to. And then it just creates this ching and this synergy and this magic. And that's the keeper moments. That's the things we go back to and go, didn't that just make the season wonderful? And those things will happen. We'll create new traditions because we have room. Last year, I saw this on clearance Santa hideous boot. It was just so tacky. I'm like, who would use that? And then I went, oh, we can fill it with goodies. We can use it, kind of that repurposed feeling. Come on, the ugly duckling. And so we are so excited. We've already bought the tacky elf shoe, which I'm not going to show because somebody may get it. But we fill it with goodies and say, pay it forward. But it's a new tradition. And I would not have started that had I been, all right, I've got to get these and go, and I've got to cross it off and let's go. So leave room for those magic moments.
And not just looking at our calendar and leaving holes, but looking at our days, right? And leaving pockets where we can allow the feeling to take over.
That's right. Taking those moments when you're driving down Main Street and you see the decorations go, isn't that beautiful? Or when you have a moment, go down to the Christmas tree and just sit with a cup of cocoa and forget the calories and just go, oh, this is wonderful. Really feel the season.
The word I think about is savor, which actually is in the title of a handbook that you've created for women to help them do just that, savor the season.
Yes, I actually got requests, so I put it in a book. It's Simplify and Savor the Season. It has the 3-step holiday plan. It has all the menu planning, has a take-along planner, and it's free today. If you order on ConnieSokol.com, then you can get a free take-along planner. I have it in my purse, and it has all my to-dos and grocery lists and everything, and it's all set.
All right, ConnieSokol.com is where we go for that. Thanks for this conversation nice and early, too, so we can set the tone and the pace. We appreciate it.